Has prepping become a task, a drudgery, something you just don't look forward to, you don't want to deal with anymore? You need a vacation from preparedness. Let's chat about it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness. I have been struggle busing for about 5 days now due to a bruised rib. And it made me think about a lot of the comments that I see in the comment section of people saying that they're just stressed out or they just don't know which way to go anymore, and they feel like all they're doing is prepping and they're not living their life. Or the people that say, just stop all the worrying and live your life. Okay. It kind of all falls in together. And so today I thought we would talk a little bit about how to keep your motivation up on a day that I am intentionally taking it easy, because if I don't, I'm never going to heal, and I need to realize that. But I thought that we would chat a little bit about how to handle stress and prioritizing your life when it involves prepping. Because prepping is important. Don't ever doubt my take on that. I think preparedness is very important, and I think it should be an everyday part of life. Should it be all-consuming, 24/7, all that you think about? No. When you're just getting started, there's the excitement, the thrill of making it happen, of getting it stacked up, maybe a little bit of stress because you feel like you're behind. You're not, okay? No matter how much you put up, you are ahead of a whole bunch of people. So don't worry about that part of it. But as you get farther and farther into this, you may run into an issue of how to stay motivated moving forward. And it took me a little while to kind of wrap my brain around this, because for me, it's a lifestyle. It is what I do. It's how I live my life and ensure that we are safe and taken care of. It's a lifestyle. It's not a fad. It's not something I'm doing just because, to me, it's something that we should all do, literally everyone, to some extent, in order to make sure that tomorrow is a little bit easier, no matter where we are. So we're going to look at some ways to stay motivated. Are you ready? The first one is to set some small goals, especially if you're just starting out. If you're brand new to the preparedness lifestyle and you're just starting out, then you definitely want to start small goals. Write them down. That way you can check them off every single time. You go through and you inventory what you have in your house for food and other non-food items that you want to stock up on. And you know that, oh, look, I bought 2 extra cans. It's a small goal. I bought 2 extra rolls of toilet paper. It's a small goal. Whatever the goals are, set some small goals. They don't have to be earth-shattering. You don't have to put solar all over your entire house. You don't have to go completely off-grid next week, Small goals make a big difference in making you feel accomplished, which you are. Every little step is a huge accomplishment, and it makes it easier for you to appreciate the process. The next one kind of falls in line with that. It's tracking your progress. I have an example for this. It's, keeping a preparedness journal, an inventory journal, or a spreadsheet, right? We, of course, have Project Pantry, which is basically an organizational system where you track everything that you do. Use that to track your food storage, your emergency supplies. You could even, in the notes section, put down the skills that you learned. That's another thing for goals. What kind of goals do you have for skills? I've got a ton of them. Way too many. The next thing to stay motivated, which may or may not work. I think it kind of depends on your circle, but involve your friends and your family if it's applicable. Now, there's a lot of people that are like, they have a spouse that doesn't think what they're doing is important, or doesn't see the need for it, or degrades them because they're doing it. And I am sorry for that. I am fortunate beyond words, because the moment that I decided this was going to be the lifestyle that I wanted to live, I spoke to Phil. We had a long conversation, and he saw how important it was to me and agreed that it's something that we should do. It works out well because there's no opt-out in this marriage, okay? If you don't have your spouse, your significant other, maybe a circle of friends. If you don't have those, remember, in order to find your people, you need the people. Go out and find some people. Create that circle, and you'll have that motivational friendship in order to do these kinds of things. I've got friends that love to go shooting. I've got friends that love to cook. I've got friends that love to bake. I've got friends that love to garden. I don't have a friend other than Phil. Does Phil count? Yeah. that likes to do everything I like to do. And trust me, Phil doesn't like to do everything I like to do. I don't like to do everything he likes to do. But we get each other, and so it works out well, and we motivate each other. It's another great way to be motivated. Another great way to stay motivated is to stay informed and educated. And that's so much easier than you think it is. It's so much easier. Don't let it be daunting. You don't have to go out and take a class. It's something as simple as doing searches on the internet or browsing around YouTube and finding different preppers that fit with your outlook, okay? I know I get quite a few people coming in here saying that they appreciate the way that I deliver the information that I deliver. And so they have become part of the group, you know? You will find that there are people out there who love the doom and gloom, and you know, there are people out there who love the extra, oh my God, the world is ending tomorrow, okay? I'm like, do you have enough money put away for your car insurance? And can you still eat? That's my idea of preparedness. So different people come at it different ways. It's really easy to find. Sign up for newsletters. Yeah, I get a ton of newsletters. By the way, I have a newsletter that goes out twice a week, every Wednesday and Saturday. It gives you information about canning. It gives you information about preparedness. It's all kinds of good stuff. And so I sign up for newsletters. I subscribe to different channels. I watch what different people are talking about and kind of go, okay, let's see how that fits with my life. It does. It doesn't. Oh, that's a great idea you didn't think about, you know. You don't have to necessarily agree with everything or drink the Kool-Aid, but you can still get ideas from some of them without absorbing any doom, gloom, or hysteria. Now, this one, it sounds like work, but really it does keep you motivated. It really does keep you motivated, and I know it does because I've used it on myself. So I learned how to change a tire, right? Ooh, when's the next time I get to change a tire? Let me change your tire. I know it's not flat. Let me change it anyway, you know? Because learning a new skill like that will keep you motivated. Being able to practice that skill will keep you motivated. When I found out that there's a chainsaw that I can handle that doesn't torque my back completely out, I'm like, back up, buddy. That's my chainsaw. Give me the quad and the wagon and I'm out of here. And I went and chopped up a whole bunch of trees, okay? I love learning new skills and being able to put them to use and proving to myself that I can do it. That's huge. Because nobody thinks less of you than you most of the time. Nobody thinks about you as much as you do. So proving to yourself that you can do this is so motivational. It's just, wow, I can do it. I am a rock star. Yes, you are. When I lay down at night, I have trouble falling asleep because normally I am trying to solve the world's problems. I will lay down and immediately start going over my day or the possibilities of my day. I will have a full-fledged argument with somebody who's not there. Any number of things like that. So my visualization skills are rock solid, let me tell you. And that's not a bad thing. Not necessarily the way I do it, but it's not a bad thing. You can use visualization skills to run through different scenarios and find different gaps, different issues that you might run into, different things that you hadn't thought about before, you know? There was a point at one time, I am not an engineer. I am not in construction. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, okay? Ask me about canning. I will talk your ear off all day long. Beyond that, I normally need a little help. And so I think it was one of those super lotteries or something, you know, and we went in with some people and we created a pool to buy lotto tickets. And it was up pretty high. And so that night I fell asleep thinking, oh my gosh, if we win, what do we have to do first? Okay, so if we win, we have to get hold of a lawyer, right? And I don't really want to move. We had just recently moved here. I said, I don't really want to move, but I wouldn't mind fixing up this place. And so then I went, Phil, wake up. It's great being married to me. I'm like, Phil, wake up. He's like, what? I said, if you put sheet metal in between the walls like insulation, will it stop bullets? I mean, you know, my brain goes in 40 different directions any given day. So running through various scenarios, okay, like somebody is trying to break into your house. How do you get out? There's a fire. How do you get out? There is an evacuation. Do you have everything you need in your bag? Okay, you've had to evacuate. Now, off of everything in your bag, how long can you live? And what kind of different things can you do? And can you realistically do that? There was a point where I had to go, I am 12 miles from home. 12 country miles. So it's nothing like suburban or, urban areas. 12 country miles from home. And it takes me about 20 minutes to get home, give or take. And I remember thinking, if I had to walk that, oh my God, it would take me forever. I was heavier, number one. I was out of shape, number two. And it's like, okay, it could take me quite a few hours to walk 12 miles. Now I know it will take me about 3 hours to get home walking. And that's not including the fact that I'll probably be walking faster than I do when I walk for exercise. Okay. So, it's working through all those different things, like how far am I from here? What do I need to get from there to here? What do I need if we can't leave the house again? What do the pets need if we can't leave the house again? And you can just run through these scenarios in your mind. I'm not saying do it overkill, because you could, where's Waldo, go crazy with it, but it's not a bad game to play with yourself in your head. You're not bothering anybody else about it, unless you wake them up in the middle of the night asking about bullets getting through walls. It's a great way to run through different scenarios and see what things catch your attention, so that you can go back and deal with them, or look into them, or address them at a later date. A prepper community. No, you're not standing on the corner going, I'm a prepper, you're a prepper. Okay, no, I don't ever encourage that. However, if you go online, you'll find there are various prepper communities. Part of SuttonsDaze could be considered a prepper community. Part of different forums can be considered a prepper community. Before, years and years before I got involved with YouTube or anything else like that, I was part of discussion boards, forums, that kind of thing. And I would sit and lurk in those and read all the comments and read all the suggestions and soak it all up. If you want to get more involved to where, you're actually seeing people, there started being meetups, all different kinds of meetups for different locations. And I have never been to one. I am not interested in it. But there are people who, I think it's a very valuable resource. Get out there and meet people, because you have to people while you're prepping over time. Okay. Find ways to celebrate different milestones. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I can't wait until we get this far in, or until we've got this done, or what are we going to do to celebrate? Now, for me, it's a celebration walking into a room and seeing my own little mini grocery store that I have complete control over. That, to me, every single day, it's like a little celebration, right? But if you hit specific milestones, like say you want to save up for a solar generator, and you do, my gosh, find a way to celebrate it, okay? If you put together a 2 or 3 month supply of food, or learn a new survival skill, right? Celebrating achievements reinforces positive behavior. They've proven it. It's there. Find your own way to celebrate it however you want to. Go out for a cocktail, kick back and relax, put your feet up for a weekend instead of running around doing all the stuff, however you want to celebrate. But know that you've accomplished this. And so even if all you do is share it with me, I will celebrate with you, because you're doing amazing. One thing to never forget is to keep the big picture in mind. None of us are wishing for the end of the world as we know it. No, that's not the way this works. We are preparing for everyday emergencies. We are preparing for, natural disasters, job issues, medical issues, financial issues, weather issues. It's winter time and we're supposed to get hammered. I might actually get snowed in this year. I am so looking forward to it. Okay, so don't forget about the big picture, because with the different storms that have come through, like this week, downstate in Michigan, quite a few people lost power for quite a few days. And so when they all came back online, I was getting messages going, okay, we've been without power for 69 hours and I found gaps in my preps. Yeah, you're gonna, okay? Keep the big picture in mind. You're never going to be perfect at this. None of us are. None of us are. But you're still doing fantastic, and you are miles ahead of most of the people that you encounter on a day-to-day basis. Embrace those milestones. Remember to keep the big picture in mind, because there's never a point where you're done. There's a point where maybe you're maintaining, but not where you're done, because then you just have to rotate and put new stuff in and take the old stuff out. You have to learn new skills. You have to refresh those skills that you learned. You've got this. It's awesome. By integrating these suggestions into your preparedness routine, right, you can maintain enthusiasm and excitement, motivation for the long haul. It is a long haul. It's a lifestyle. It's not a long haul as in drudgery. It's a lifestyle. You are not supposed to get it all done this weekend. You are not going to get it all done in 2 months, but you're going to be a lot farther ahead than you were. And that's what's important. So staying motivated about it, staying enthusiastic about what you're doing is so important. And it makes your efforts more effective and more sustainable. If you hate it, I can't even imagine. Okay? I eat, read, sleep, breathe this. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. I love spending my off time finding new ways to do different things with the same old stuff, finding ways to make money and save money for a special tool or a special thing that I want to do. I look forward to the challenges and to learning new skills, because those simple little things keep you going, especially as you get up there in your years. Not that I would know. Shh. Okay? Stay motivated. Stay on top of it. Do you have problems staying motivated? Are you stressed out because of your preparedness? Throw it in the comment section down below. We have an amazing hive mentality in the comment section, and maybe somebody can offer some suggestions for how you can handle it just a little bit better. Until next time, everybody, check out this playlist for ideas for 100 Days of Preparedness. And until next time, be safe and stack it to the rafters. But don't forget to sit down and do something that you like.